Hey friends, today I'm going to be showing you 3 of my favorite ways to wear jelly polish. I'm using some of my favorites from Cirque, including a few glitter toppers, but everything will be listed in the description down below. These nail art techniques are super easy and completely beginner friendly, so let's get into it. The first look is a juicy peach-inspired blend using peach jelly and citron jelly, but of course you can use any 2 jellies of your choice. Peaches just happen to be my favorite summer fruit, closely behind watermelon. I don't know if anyone here plays Animal Crossing, but I was so excited when I saw peaches were my native fruit. So this is a little homage. And even if you don't like peaches, you can just flip the colors around and it'll turn into a beautiful sunset mani. So anyway, I'm going to be building up my peach base with 3 coats to get it a little bit more on the opaque side. And then with citron jelly, I'm wiping off most of the polish off of the brush to begin layering it towards the top right of my nail, kind of like a diagonal gradient. I find it's easier to work with less polish on the brush because the coats are thinner and it's not gonna end up getting goopy on your nail. So as you saw with that first coat of yellow, I bring it down towards the middle a little bit more, and once that dries, I go in with a second layer to build up the color more towards the tip or edge of my nail. The final step is to do another layer of your peach jelly base, preferably before the previous layer dries down, so that way it'll help blend the colors out a little bit more. And now you have a juicy, fruity nail. So I'd love to know what colors or what fruit you would like to try this technique with. Next, we'll be doing a classic jelly sandwich. So you need your favorite jelly polish and a glitter topper. I'm going to be using XOXO jelly and Crystal Tokyo. By the way, I have this extra layer of a sheer base because this polish has stained me before, so I wanted a little extra protection even for the sake of the video. So I ended up having to do 2 coats of XOXO for my base since it didn't apply super evenly on the first coat. Maybe once they switch to the wide brush, that won't be an issue. But once my base was ready, I did 1 coat of Crystal Tokyo and tried to apply it as evenly as possible since I personally didn't want to do another layer of glitter and make it look more dense. I just personally really like the more even disbursement of glitter for this type of nail art. And while it looks so pretty on its own, it isn't a proper jelly sandwich until you finish it off with another layer of your base color to make the glitters look like they're floating in jelly. It creates such a squishy finish, but of course, don't forget to apply top coat to make it even more glossy and of course to make it last. This is easily one of my favorite combinations, so I'd love to know what you think. Lastly, we're going to create a magical dreamscape using Lavender Sky and Morningtide. It starts off similar to the first tutorial where we blend 2 jelly shades together. So I have 2 coats of Lavender Sky and we'll be using Morningtide on my tips, blending down the upper half of my nail. Again, I'm using minimal polish to build up the layers, and I just needed 2 coats of Morningtide before finishing it off with 1 coat of Lavender Sky to really blend these shades together. And I don't know about you, but this blend alone is already so beautiful, but to make it even more magical, I'm going to be using Nimbus, which is limited edition, so I'm honestly not sure if it's still in stock at the time that this video is going up. If it is, I can't recommend it enough because it is just so gorgeous and really transforms any mani. It is really similar to China Glaze's Fairy Dust, but without the hollow. So it's just a silver micro glitter, but still so beautiful. So to finish off this Dreamscape mani, we of course have to add some whimsical clouds using a sheer white polish like linen. Again, I am grabbing a minimal amount of polish on the brush and starting to make these cloud-like shapes towards the tips of my nails. Once those dry down, I go in with another coat to build up the fluffiness and drag out the edges a little bit more to make them a little bit more wispy. But that's basically the finished look. This is definitely one of my favorite manis that I've done, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it before, but I hope you love it. So I wanted to share a few other looks I created with some other jelly polishes. The middle three, obviously, we went over in the video, but then off to the left, I have this really fun cookies and cream layered mani and this beautiful rose quartz with a golden cuff. Then off to the right side, we have this darker purple and blue, sort of a smoky. I was going for like a smoky marble-ish type of look, but it didn't really work out the best. But then we have this gorgeous jade nail, which I think is my favorite, honestly, followed by this really moody nighttime sky, which I think came out really cool too. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy these looks and you found the video helpful. I feel like jellies are super, super fun, so let me know in the comments which look you would want to try next.